I will attempt to make only 73% of all the things I say some sort of double entendre or pun, because we have to be serious about the news cycle. Sorry, I can't even make it through that. The actual interview starts with Anderson Cooper asking, why are you doing this? Right? He says, I guess I'm not sure 100% on why you're doing this. And she says, because it was very important for me to be able to defend myself. And he's leading her. The whole interview, Anderson was really giving her leading questions like, is part of wanting to set the record straight? Why don't you just tell her that part of it is wanting to set the record straight? And then she says, people are just saying that whatever they wanted to say about me, I was perfectly fine saying nothing at all, but I'm not okay with being made out to be a liar or people thinking I did this for money. And people are like, oh, you're an opportunist. You're taking advantage of this. Yes, I'm getting more job offers now, but tell me one person who had turned down a job offer making more than they've been making, doing the same thing they've always done. She's doing it for the money. I mean, sorry I put this out. Again, this story is really not about Stormy Daniels, about the president of the United States being disgusting. I mean, he's the one who chose to put his thing in, to act inappropriately with Stormy Daniels, shall we say, to put it mildly. Okay, that is the president of the United States' fault. He's an idiot, and he's disgusting when it comes to women. Have I made that clear? Have I said that enough times? Okay, he's gross. Okay, I don't find the president's activity here even mildly defensible. But here's what I do object to. The media are trying to make Stormy Daniels to be some sort of victim. Okay, unless she was actually physically threatened. If she was physically threatened, she's a victim. Other than that, there's no victimization story here. She took $130,000 from a candidate for president of the United States to keep her mouth shut, and then she didn't shut up. Okay, and Stormy Daniels also said that she had consensual sex with Donald Trump. So this is not a Me Too moment. Now, what's really amazing is there are some people on the left who are trying to make it into a Me Too moment. And again, I'm happy to discuss all of the legal ramifications of this. It may be a campaign finance violation. I don't think it'll take down Trump because you really have to prove a lot to prove a campaign finance violation. And I can talk about the legal standard and all that in just a second. But when Stormy Daniels says that when the media try to make her out to be some sort of heroic figure, it just doesn't wash. It just doesn't wash. Of course she came out after the election cycle because her story was newly valuable. And it's worth more than $130,000. So she figures, okay, fine, I'll give him back the $130,000 and I'll make $500,000 by talking about all of this stuff publicly. Right? She probably isn't. I mean, again, she is transactional in this whole thing. Right? She said in this interview openly that she saw her sex with Trump as a business deal. She was asked, did you want to have sex with Trump? She said no. They said, were you attracted to Trump? She said no. They said, so why'd you have sex with Trump? And she said, well, I saw it as a business deal. Meaning that it was like she wanted to get on The Apprentice, and she thought maybe this would give her the possibility of getting on The Apprentice. And sex isn't exactly something that she's stingy about. So, all right. But now what's hilarious is the left is trying to make this into a Me Too moment. I've seen a couple of articles about how Stormy Daniels was victimized by the power of Donald Trump. Okay, no, she was not, up until the point where a threat was made. Okay, up until that point, she's a lady who knew that she was sleeping with a married man in order to get ahead in the business. And this does raise some issues about the nature of the Me Too movement in Hollywood as well, because a lot of the talk in the Me Too movement in Hollywood has been about young actresses having sex with older directors in fully consensual manner, and then suggesting that the power imbalance is the real problem. Well, is it possible that they saw the sex the same way that Stormy Daniels did? That she didn't really want to have sex with Trump, but she also knew that if she wanted to get ahead, that she would, like, Stormy Daniels herself said it was consensual. She never accused the president of sexual assault or rape of any sort.